Ladies and gentlemen, the marketing for Grand Theft Auto 6 has officially begun. I can't believe I'm even saying that because I've been waiting for this game along with y'all for over 10 years. There's multiple things to talk about in this video, including when we will be getting trailer 3 as well. Also, when could we actually see gameplay, and how big is this marketing step for GTA 6? Now, if you are not a PS4 player, then you probably didn't receive an email about this, but every single PS4 player that added Grand Theft Auto 6 to their wish list have now been sent an email. Upgrade now to PS5 because you wishlisted Grand Theft Auto 6. Get a PlayStation 5 today to be ready when Grand Theft Auto 6 launches on November 19th, 2026. Also, many of the top Grand Theft Auto 5 players are also getting this as well on their dashboard, which means they're preparing to roll out marketing maybe within this week. And some people are speculating that some of the fonts in the PlayStation Store are fit to be themed with Grand Theft Auto 6, including the colors, which is very major because we could be getting very, very close to pre-orders like sooner than we think. Now, if you've been in the loop with Grand Theft Auto 6 news, many of you may know that the CEO made a statement on the gameplay of Grand Theft Auto 6 and he said it looks amazing. He didn't physically play the game because he's not a gamer, but judging by how long this game has been in the making, if the CEO even says it's good, it's gonna be good. Rockstar takes their time with every single game, and that's why every game they make is always AAA. He also then went on to talk about why Grand Theft Auto 6 won't launch on PC whenever it first releases. Rockstar always starts on console because I think with regard to a release like that, you're judged by serving the core, like really serving the core consumer. If your core consumer isn't there, if they're not served first and best, you kind of don't hit your other consumers. Now, this has actually worked out plenty of times in Rockstar's favor, including with Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. In my opinion, I do think it's a good idea. However, PC gaming has gotten a lot bigger ever since 2020. I think games like Fortnite had to do something with that, and also it's so much easier to make money online with your computer now. So I guess we'll see how greatly this affects Grand Theft Auto 6 on launch, but it also could play in their favor and help with more console sales because people don't want to miss this game. Now, there's something very, very minor that was actually just removed a couple of hours ago. On the PlayStation 5, Sony quietly removed the just announced mention from the GTA 6 PlayStation Store wishlist. It's a minor change, but there's even a bigger change that the PlayStation 5 store hasn't done in a while, and that is getting rid of their sales tab. Now, a lot of people are wondering why they did this, and it's probably to prep the store for the copious amounts of people purchasing Grand Theft Auto 6. This means that pre-orders could release within the month or even within the week. And it makes sense because most of the time that pre-orders usually roll out is 6 months before the game launches, which would be on May 19th. And that's only 10 days away. So I truly do think that we could be seeing trailer 3 within the week along with the pre-orders. Now, I've heard a lot of people talk about the pre-orders as well and what the prices might look like. Many people think there's going to be just one edition of Grand Theft Auto 6 being maybe $100, but I don't believe that. In my opinion, I think the base game will be around $80, and then the premium edition will be $125, and the ultimate edition might even run $200. The reason why I believe this is because obviously Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be the biggest game in the world, along with the biggest budget, and with the game being so expansive, it makes sense to add more content into the ultimate editions and the premium editions. I believe this is what they've been working on the most on their marketing side, is how are they going to sell the ultimate edition and the premium edition over the standard edition, because this is their true moneymaker in the short run. Now, staying on topic of marketing, where is trailer 3? When should we expect to be getting it? In my opinion, I think it's almost certain that it could be releasing within May, and I do believe that it won't just be a cinematic trailer like we're used to. I believe they'll be promoting ways to sell the ultimate and premium editions, and I think it could be 70% cinematic and 30% gameplay, with the trailer probably being around 5 minutes. They don't want to spoil too much, but they also want to show how major this game will be and how it will live up to the hype. I also do believe that we'll be getting a lot of story info through the gameplay trailer, along with a ton of Easter eggs, maybe even from previous Grand Theft Auto titles such as Grand Theft Auto 5, 4, San Andreas, and most importantly, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Now, one thing that I'm shocked that hasn't been talked about in the community is IRL items in the GTA 6 editions. Now, what do I mean by that? If you were around for gaming for a long time, you would know that you could actually receive physical and real items if you pre-ordered the game. I thought this would be a fantastic marketing decision if they decided to do that, because it would give people a lot of nostalgia of when they would pre-order pre-order boxes and get IRL loot. I think GTA 6 would really miss out if they didn't do this, and they could even include characters from previous titles that are older now. I know it's something so minor and it really doesn't affect the entire future of Grand Theft Auto 6, but it's something that's been on my mind recently because I think throwing a bit of nostalgia in there would definitely help their game out. A couple of other things that I would love to see Rockstar Games do is like what they did with Grand Theft Auto 5, putting the characters on the buildings across multiple cities, because it's just really cool and it gets people talking. And with a game this big, if you're subtly putting it on buildings in big cities, it's going to do very well because people don't like pushed advertising. But doing it subtly and not overindulgent would be an A-tier marketing decision from their team. In my opinion, I think trailer 3 will be shadow dropped as well. What that means is that they won't just announce it. I think they're just going to randomly put it on YouTube and also throw up their marketing advertisements immediately as the trailer drops, because Rockstar is really good with the art of surprise, and it seems to have worked out in the past really well for them. Now, I actually want to go over something that was kind of funny. Jason Schreier published a new Grand Theft Auto 6 article that doesn't contain anything newsworthy at all, but it starts with, "Hi everyone." I think they're just starting the trolling, and honestly, there's just no way that they delay it. Right? Knock on wood. I'm knocking on wood right now. I don't know if you can hear that. But yeah, I think the game has just been delayed so many times, and they realized that the community would just be fed up with it and the hype would sort of die down just a little bit. And I don't think a lot of people would be making content on it because the game would just be unreliable. The first delay and kind of the second delay were fine, but a third delay would just be absolutely outrageous, and they would be trying to perfect a game that doesn't need to be perfect. I've said this numerous times with other games. If a game tries too hard and does a sort of algorithmic approach, then it could truly hurt their game in the long run because they're focused on all the wrong things. Just make the game fun. Don't overthink it. One thing I'm surprised that hasn't really been talked about too much is console bundles. But I do believe in the near future, maybe in a couple of months, we will be seeing console bundles after the pre-orders. This could be the PS5 Pro, the regular PS5, and maybe even talks of a PS6. I'm not too sure what Xbox is doing, and I'm not even sure when they're going to decide to release the next generation consoles. But my guess would most likely be a year or two after Grand Theft Auto 6 releases, because I think a lot of these console companies are mainly focused on when is GTA 6 releasing, when is the best time to release the new consoles, because GTA 6 will be graphically heavy, mostly with the scenery, the cinematics, just so much, and also how big the map is. And I do think this could tie into the product boxes that we talked about earlier, or IRL items. It could relate a little bit with the console bundles, and if they play their cards right, these could be their biggest selling points. In my opinion, I think the biggest reason they delayed this game so much as well is not because of the actual gameplay itself, but mostly on the marketing side and how they could execute the perfect plan to make GTA 6 the biggest selling game of all time, where it can't be beat for another 15 years. But if I were you, I would be prepared right now to buy a PS5 and start saving up, because this will be the biggest gaming area, or one of the biggest besides quarantine, of the decade. Unless, you know, the hantavirus sneaks in and gives us another quarantine, then it's going to be the second biggest gaming year of the decade. There are also talks that Grand Theft Auto 6 has already been rated as mature, and I know many of you may be thinking, well, I mean, that's not really that big of a deal. Of course it's going to be rated mature, but this is major news because in an email that Sony sent about GTA 6, there was a mature rating, which means they already have the game set and ready to go. So realistically, trailer 3 and pre-orders could release any day now. But guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll be keeping you up to date on all the Grand Theft Auto 6 news and content. Anyways, guys, it's been your boy Tricky, and I'm out. Peace.